up, fam? Got a little drinking going on, so just check this out. Figured for my first live stream, hold on. Yo, what up, fam? Alright, should be good now. Alright. But yeah. How y'all day been going? It's your boy. So still got my video coming tomorrow, which is gonna be my, the typical cooking, the news and the notes, and I also want to talk some national championship stuff. But right now, man, I'm bored. I'm not gonna lie to you. I figure I hit the live stream up, see what y'all doing, see if anybody joins the chat. I got this little boxing match going on in the background, and be interesting. So just kind of checking that out. Man, we had some playoff football today. I don't know if anybody. I didn't get a chance to watch any of the games. I saw the Titans upset the Baltimore. So the Titans are in the AFC Championship. And then the first game. What was the first game today? Hold on, tell me. First game was I forget. The first game was man, I forgot what the first game of the day was. I legit can't remember. My phone is up, so I don't want to. Here, let me look. Let me open up a window. I cannot remember the top of my head. Maybe because I've been drinking too much. NFL first game. What was the first game today? The Niners and the Sixers. The Niners and the Vikings. Yeah. Our boy Dalvin and the Vikings couldn't get it done. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I'll give it a little minute. See if anybody hop in the chat. But basically, yeah, we just kicking it tonight, man. If nobody jumps in, I probably won't be on here too long. But we can talk about whatever. Live chat, man. Hop in this chat. Hop in there. Hit me up. I feel like I'm at I got 51 subscribers, so your boy doing his thing, dawg. So, you want to talk about whatever, bro. We can talk about whatever. Hit me up. Hit up the live chat, man. Let's get this cracking. Like I said, I got this little boxing match going on in the background, so excuse me if I'm looking over a little bit preoccupied half of the time. So, but yeah, ain't got much going on, bro. Ain't got much going on tonight. Just cooling it. You already know what I'm sipping on. The yak. So, doing our thing. If y'all want to talk Florida State, man, we can talk Florida State tonight. If y'all want to talk NFL, we can talk some NFL, y'all. We can talk some NBA. Anything. This is just a random live stream. This is my first live stream, so I just wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? And we can talk about, man, whatever y'all want to talk about on this Saturday night. It is raining like a mug here in Hawaii. So, see, in the winter in Hawaii, it don't get cold. We just get rained on every single day, like torrential downpours. It's crazy. And it is raining like crazy right now. I'm hearing in the States, man, y'all, depending on where you at, Texas, getting some snow. If you in Florida, I think the weather's fairly good there. Maybe a little cool. I don't know. I haven't really talked to nobody back home. But, I was stationed in Texas, so I be seeing y'all posting the weather and whatnot. Yep, I'm gonna still give people some time to to join if they want to, man. Hopefully they stumble across me and ain't got nothing going on tonight, and they ain't got no life like I ain't got no life. Y'all, we ain't got no life together. Hit up the live stream, bro. Let's talk about something. Yeah. But yeah, playoff football happened. You got the AFC and the NFC championships are halfway set. The 49ers, man, the 49ers came out of nowhere, kind of, right? They really have a solid, solid young squad. Of course, I was going for the Vikings, not so much because I care for them, but Dalvin, baby, and Xavier Rhodes. Although I think it's safe to say Xavier Rhodes I think he might be at that point in his career. Let's see, Xavier Rhodes been in the league how long? He's probably been in the league. Man, when did he get drafted? Off the top of my head, I'm not so sure. I can remember. Maybe he got drafted in 2012. Here, let's check. I bring that up to say I think Xavier Rhodes may be washed. I mean, he was a type of physical specimen that I think when you're talking about a guy 6'2", 200 plus, those type of athletes can only last so long, and I think he may have reached the end of his career. You know, he got drafted in 2013. Yeah, drafted in 2013. So, I mean, hell, he's been in the league and it's 2020. So he's been in the league 7 years. I mean, that's a good NFL career. Look, everybody don't be in the league for 20 years. You feel me? And I think he might be at the end of his career as far as a starting lockdown corner. He ain't locked down no more, obviously. And yeah. But Dalvin's career just getting started. So I was going for them bikes, and that didn't quite happen. And yeah, here we are. Ooh, let's see who we got tomorrow. We got the Chiefs are playing tomorrow. Chiefs and don't tell me. Today was the Titans and the Ravens, and the Chiefs play the Texans. Chiefs and the Texans. You could legit have the Titans and the Texans. I think that is possible. Now I'll say this: the Titans are a surprising squad right now. It's crazy how they Man, it's crazy if you look at Mariota and Jameis, just to get a little bit off that topic. Like, Jameis is the first ever to go 30 for 30, right? And Mariota is, for all intents and purposes, he might just be out the league. And those guys with 1 and 2, that is crazy. Jameis he's the special one. I think regardless of what you may have thought, I think Jameis was always the one guy that I think everybody thought would have been a better pro. The thing about Mariota, he has a lot of good attributes. But they're almost the polar opposite when you start talking about football players, right? Jameis is fearless and Jameis could throw 35 interceptions. Obviously, Jameis could throw 35 interceptions. It doesn't matter because he's going to try to throw 35 touchdowns. Whereas Mariota, he will not turn the ball over. But Mariota also, he's not going to make right? Mariota won't make the play. So that's a, ooh. I don't know if y'all know anything about boxing. But Jaime Munguia is fighting. And if you don't know anything, he's a young, up-and-coming prospect, and he's getting his ass, I don't want to say drugged, but because I'm talking to y'all, I'm not really watching right now. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Y'all can hear it in the background. If you into boxing, but Jaime Munguia might get stopped by Spike O'Sullivan.
And this is exactly what Munguia did not want to do.
He had him on the ropes, and then he got caught. Bow. Ooh, he got caught and almost was. Ooh, he was almost out of there. Woof. But yo, man, hit up the live stream, man. Hit up the chat. Talk to me, man. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. You know, let's let's kick it. You feel me? It's a Saturday night, and if you kicking it with me, we obviously don't got shit going on. But like I was saying, yeah, I think those guys are just two polar opposites, bro. You talking about Jameis and Mariota? Um, you're dealing with like again polar opposites. One guy I think is so too timid to make the play, and the other guy's too anxious to make the play. Right? One guy's just flat out fearless, and the other guy uh, is fearful. Um, you would almost go like if you can combine those two, man, you'd have the perfect quarterback. If you could combine Jameis's, I guess just mentality of I guess competing and his overall throwing ability, which I do think again I think that's better than Mariota too. But if you can give Jameis Mariota's just ability to secure the ball for the most part, right? He's not gonna make the play to hurt you. He's not, you know. Sometimes you just want to tell Jameis, "Yo, what are you thinking? Like, chill out." So there's that. Uh, but again, that's what we doing tonight, man. We just talking on some random topics, man. That's it. Nothing too much else is going on. Again, if I don't get many more viewers, since I got 2 viewers, uh, but I only got 51 subscribers, bro. I ain't gonna pretend like I'm if I get some more people in here, I won't be on here too long. Then, if that's the case, then again, first live stream. If you come run across this video and you didn't join the live stream tomorrow, I will be live streaming again. Probably around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Hawaii time. So that's probably, what is that? If it's about 1 or 2 Eastern Standard Time, 2 or 12, 1 or 12 Central Standard Time, and you just do the math for your own. I'll be talking some we can talk national championship tonight too if y'all want to, but I won't, if y'all want me to, we can go over all the stuff, but ain't nobody watching right now. So I ain't not in denial, like, it is what it is. Just a fun thing to do, bro. I don't have much going on. And the rain is coming down outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it. You probably hear the fight. Hold on, let me turn that on. But if y'all hear some like noise, that's the rain, bro. The rain is falling. But if you are in the chat and you just watching me, what you drinking on tonight? I see again. I got 2 people watching me, man. What y'all drinking on? What y'all drinking tonight? Shit. Somebody gave me a like, so shit, I appreciate it. Jaime Munguia, again, if you boxing, this pertain to you, so let's talk some boxing right now. Jaime Munguia isn't really impressive to me. Like, he's a big Mexican, like, he's a big kid. Of course, he's Mexican, so you know them boys. Them boys sit in the pocket. Them boys throw hands. But a guy like Charlo, I think, would have his way with him. He went up to middleweight. He throws a hard punch, for sure. But, he just don't, for me, I don't know. He just not, he has the size, like, he has the build. Like this dude can fight at 168 if he wants to. He can fight at super middle. I think he'll ultimately end up at light heavy. Um, I just don't know if he's that good though. Like he has power for sure, but other than that, he gets hit too much. And there's some guys like at 168, Caleb Plant has his way with me. Has his way. There's just some guys that I think would like he's in a fight right now with a guy by the name of Spike O'Sullivan. Like I've seen a couple of Spike O'Sullivan's fights. He's a tough fighter, solid guy, but you know, if you're who people say you are, Jaime Munguia, you gotta run through this dude, bro. You're supposed to run through this guy, and it's not the case, and he's been hurt by this guy. So I like avoid Charlo at all costs. That's all I'm gonna tell Jaime Munguia. Avoid which one's at 160? Is it Jermell or Jamal? I think Jamal is at 160, but avoid Charlo at all costs. He moved up from 154, you know. So either way, he would have had to eventually fight one of the Charlos. He throws a good punch. I mean, he throws some hard punches, and he's got some decent speed on him. But I just think he gets hit too much. And this guy Spike O'Sullivan, he's not the most elusive cat anyway. You feel me? So. This is a late stream, so you know I don't even know if anybody's really gonna tune in. I was just hoping that I get some of y'all guys like me who ain't got no life and you in the house and you just sipping on something and ain't got nothing better to do. Hopefully I pop up on your mentions or something and y'all come kick it with me tonight. Come kick it with the boy. But yeah, I'm gonna get in a tough fight with the guy that's Spike O'Sullivan. Like, if y'all think that, oof, he hits him like he's throwing some bombs, bro. But he takes punches too. That's the problem. That's the problem, bro. That's the problem. Let me Again, this is my first live stream, y'all. So y'all fucking with me, and I appreciate it if you hear, even if you catching me on the rebound and you wasn't able to be a part of the live stream, but you just kicking it with you watching afterwards. Going on 17 minutes. Viewers haven't improved. I kind of prefer the live stream method, but see the reason I haven't live streamed up until now, obviously. I feel like in order for a live stream to be a live stream, you gotta have a certain base, right? A certain amount of people that will tune in. Like, I was hoping that my 51 subscribers, and kudos to y'all, my supporters. I never call anybody fans because I'm nobody to be a fan of, but my 51 supporters, I was hoping maybe if I can get 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 people in here, bro, we can have a lit time. I got 2. Out of the 2, both of them might be like bots. Cause I can't even get y'all ain't even talking to me. Talk to me. I said I got 2 viewers in here, man. Y'all talk to me. If y'all don't talk to me, and let me know that they just some bots. So none of my people is really even watching me. You catch me on the rebound, no. This might be something I do like every Saturday night. So if you like me, and again, you're not playing the game, you ain't got nothing but, even if you're playing the game, hell, you can play the game and listen to me talk and rant in the background. But yeah, I'm a big as a boxing nut as I am a Florida State nut. Obviously, Florida State for me runs the world, right? So when we talk about our sports teams, I'm a Bucks fan only because, I'll be honest with you. So for the most part, for the majority of my life, I haven't had a set favorite football team in the NFL. I watch the NFL. I do enjoy the NFL, but I have never had a favorite team. My favorite teams in the NFL have just. I support players that I like in the NFL. So at one point, um, I used to like the Jets. You say the Jets? Well, the Jets had Lavernius Coles, FSU. They had Curtis Martin, who's not FSU, but I used to really be a fan of Curtis Martin. I think he's one of the most underrated running backs of all time. Um, I used to like those type of players. Wayne Corbett, like I used to like that white boy at wide receiver. Thought he was solid. I used to be a fan of the Jets just because I like the. I root for players in the NFL. Just like no different than people who love LeBron James. Um, so they'll go whatever team he goes to. No different. So in the NFL, yeah, I kind of. So right now I'm a Bucks fan. Until the Buccaneers decide. Excuse me. Until the Buccaneers decide Jameis ain't worth the trouble, I'm a Buccaneers fan. And I'm a root for Jameis, no matter how much of a headache he gives me, and no matter how much of dumb things he does. I support Jameis Winston, and will support Jameis Winston, unless he does something that I can't support. But for now, I'm a Bucks fan. Before the Bucks, I was a kid when I liked the Jets, though. Like those names I said, that was a long time ago. Before the Bucks, I really didn't have a team. Like before Jameis got drafted to the Bucks, I just, I'm just that type of NFL that no one team has ever really. At one point, I hated the Buccaneers. Just being from Lakeland, Florida, and sometimes you just go against the grain when so many people are the Bucks, the Bucks, the Bucks, and you like, man, the hell with the Bucks. So it was one of those deals. When you look at the history of the Bucks, man, they had Derrick Brooks, Warren Dunn. I should have loved the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right now I'm on the Bucks bandwagon, and so far I've been standing fast on the Buccaneers, even to the point now where I'm saying I might be a Bucks fan even after Jameis is gone or whatever. It's like a solid fight going on, but yeah. NBA, I'm a Knicks fan. I know. Not only are the Knicks trash and have been trash for ages, but they are orange and blue. I know. But the great Charlie Ward played for the Knicks. That's one of the. So the two reasons why I'm a Knicks fan: Charlie Ward played for the Knicks, and my father was a Knicks is a Knicks fan, and my father and my mother originally from New York. Well, my father's originally from Puerto Rico, born in Puerto Rico, but they're both from New York. So I just took over the New York. That's the one team that I kind of took from New York was the Knicks. And I'm a diehard Knicks fan. No matter how trash we are, I will try to watch as many games as I can. Being a Knicks fan is kind of like it's kind of like that parent rooting for their kid that they know is trash in the sport, but you gotta cheer for him anyway, right? That's what the Knicks are for me. Like, I know they're gonna suck. You just go into every season with some blind faith, and it never turns out that way. So, NFL, NBA, what's next? I'm not a diehard baseball fan, but I do root for the Yankees. That's the other team I took from my dad. So two New York teams are my Knicks and my Yankees. So Yankees, baseball has too many games. If it's not the playoffs, I don't pay attention to it. But the Knicks and the Yankees, so let's see, what else we got? What other sports we got that I'm forgetting? Football, basketball, baseball. I try watching soccer. Can't get into it. Mainly because I don't even know half of the damn rules to soccer. Hockey, I don't pay any attention to. And boxing. Boxing's my other big thing. UFC, I do watch, but I'm a casual UFC fan, right? I know the big names in UFC, the John Joneses, the McGregors, Khabibs. I know those guys, but I don't pay attention to the sport in that manner. Um, these boys right here, man, in this fight are going toe to toe, bro. Oh, Munguia dropped Sullivan to the body, but I don't know. It doesn't look like they're calling it a drop. They're calling it a low blow because the ref's not counting. Um, that's interesting. He's really hurt. Like Spike O'Sullivan is really hurt, but they're not counting it as a knockdown. They're calling it a low blow, it looks like, because the ref is not counting at all, and he's giving him time in the corner. Spike O'Sullivan looks like he's out of it. So if you don't know, in these knockdown, whenever it's determined a low blow, they stop the clock, and the dude literally has 5 minutes if he wants it, which is, if you don't know anything about boxing, 5 minutes of rest is an eternity for a boxer. Most boxers don't take the 5 minutes. I would take it every time, but most boxers, for whatever reason, I guess, when you got some heart, you don't want to seem like you soft. Spike O'Sullivan took a good amount of time, but he didn't take the whole 5. They're back to engaging right now. Man, keep seeing people coming in and out of the stream, but still on 2 viewers, and we're going on 30 minutes. So I don't think anybody else is really going to join us. Ooh, I think Jaime Munguia might stop Mr. O'Sullivan right now. Ooh, good round. You got a little entertaining fight going on. Watch it on my phone. So, but yeah, hopefully, man, these streams could eventually I can get some people in here, bro. I don't need 100 people in the stream, bro. Give me 5 people and we can kick it off and we can kick it. You feel me? I'm that type of mug. I'm that type of dude, bro. That type of dude. So I'm getting the 2 people that are viewing me right now have to be bots because nobody's talking to me. Talk to me. I don't care if it's one person. Hit me up in the comments, man. What y'all want to talk about? Engage with me. One thing I love about YouTube, one thing I've been doing, man. If you are a follower of me, obviously, and if you watch my videos on a regular basis, check my comment sections. I always like to engage with the people that comment and have a conversation. Now, I understand I'm small, so it's easier to do that. In some of the bigger channels, if you got 1,000 subscribers, and if you get a bunch of comments, maybe you can't reply to every, but I try to. I might not do a lot. I mean, this was kind of a test. I might not do a live stream in the morning because nobody's hitting me up. Everybody ain't out. Listen, I know my friends. Everybody's not out partying right now on a Saturday night. Some of y'all are, but not most of y'all ain't. Y'all at home not doing shit either. And y'all can't even click in with me on a Saturday night and drink with the boy. We can toast up and drink with the boy. This was a brand new bottle, by the way, so that's how much I done killed so far. Fucking with me, I had this bottle down to here by the end of the night. Trying to get some cheeks. I might not get the cheeks though. Old lady mad at me. She be wanting to clean and shit. I'm not trying to do that. I ain't trying to do that. Shit. A little solid fight going on, man. A little solid fight going on. I expect him to give it to Jaime Munguia. Oh, she hung up, but she was calling me. Hold on. My old lady calling. My old lady. She keep hanging up. She keep calling and hanging up. Hello?
Andrea wants Tanda. You want something from Tanda? You want something over there by boss? I mean,
Why you keep calling and hanging up?
it's the car doing that.
But yeah, Panda's perfect. Like, get me a Coke, like a large Coke, and then let me get some noodles.
Get the noodles and Coke.
No, hold on, bruh, hold on. I'm getting noodles and let me get noodles. The what I had last time, the beef and broccoli. Try to get extra broccoli again. I know they don't.
Try this one to do it. Right? I'll try.
Yeah, get the extra broccoli and then the honey walnut shrimp is cool.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
All right. I'm not even gonna watch the rest of that fight because it didn't make too much sense. I already know the outcome of that one. I already know the outcome of that one. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's a Saturday night and we kicking it. And y'all not fucking with me, and I feel some type of way about that, man, to be honest with you. I feel some type of way. And I need y'all to hit me up, hop in my live stream, and fucks with me. We're on 32 minutes. We ain't even hit an hour yet. You know, some of these live streams can go on for a long time. I'm gonna play some music. Because I don't got nothing better to do. So I'm pretty much sitting here talking to myself, and I don't care. Cause I ain't got no life. I ain't got no money. But yeah, this is basically, man, like, real talk, this, I feel like you get to know the people that you talk to, right? You get to know the people that subscribe to you, that connect with you. Talk to me. Ooh. He left. I have 3 viewers and he left. He left. It might have, 3 viewers and he left. That's crazy. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Let's go to, let the streets know. There's music playing in the background. So let's see, what else? So I talked about my teams. I'm also, like I said, I'm big into boxing. UFC, I'm a casual fan, but I do kind of know the big names in that one. What else? I mean, I don't know. So, you know, I got a little thing going on here. I got my thing helmet. I can't find a way to kind of get them in my shots when I'm recording, but I want to. I got a actual life-size helmet, but I have nowhere to put it in this room, so it's downstairs. But I got an actual life-size helmet. You see, I got P-Dub in the back. I got the flag salute in the back. I have some. Let me show you. Again, I'm a boxing nut. Boxing nut. It's a big deal for me. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Deontay the Bronze Bomber. That's my dude. I don't care what nobody say about his boxing skill. Cause he'll knock you the fuck out. I just gotta get a frame for this joint. I'm gonna put this in here somewhere. But the Bronze Bomber is in the building. That's what I fucks with. Yeah. Yeah, man, y'all gotta kick it with me, man. I gotta kick it with me. Feel sorry for you little bastards. Listen, again, man, you kicking it with the Pope County Nose. You know, kicking it with the Pope County Nose. Let me see if I can, oh. What's in my pocket, though? Big thing, honey. Hey, I got 3 viewers. Don't leave. Stay. Ah, he left. Look, bro, I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what it is, but people don't fucks with your boy. Hold on. People don't fucks with me, dog. And I don't know why. Hey, I got a comment. What's up, bro? I don't know if he just put gold nose and left. But what's up, big dog? Gold nose. I don't even know how you pronounce your name, big homie. Giuseppe LaRocha. Hey, go nose, bro. I appreciate the support. I always appreciate the support. This particular little live stream, we can talk about whatever. I'm going to do a nose talk in the morning. But right now, we talking NFL, NBA, NCAA, whatever y'all want to talk about. We are in there like swimwear. I appreciate the support, though. I really do. I really do. Shit's so crazy, though. Hold on. Trying to see if I can get my name out there. And we talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So I got 2 likes. I got 2 people watching. And I always appreciate it. Let me put this music back on so we can kick it. But yeah, we can talk about whatever tonight. Oh, got my minds on deck. Oh, where is she? I want to get to know, get to know everybody. Everybody get to know me. What's your initial thoughts on the new coaching staff? That's what's up. See, I love it. So, I'll be honest. I don't pretend to know. Like, we all know head coaches, and if you follow football enough, you know offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. But honestly, I don't pretend to know Memphis's running back coach or Memphis's defensive back coach or the head or the offensive line coach at Charlotte, right? I don't pretend to know those guys or how good they do. But I'll be honest with you. I think Norvell put together a hell of a staff. I really think Norvell did a damn good job on this staff. I think I love what I really like about Norvell and his staff. He put together. He mixed young, older guys, diverse. You know, it's all in between. guys that he knows, guys that he doesn't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited that FSU has a chief of staff, a guy that's going to handle off the field issues. And this guy's the guy that has 17 years of NFL experience. So, A to A plus. I think Norvell's did a hell of a job, and that's coming from Giuseppe LaRocca. Tell me about, I don't know if I'm fucking your name up, but Giuseppe LaRocca. That's coming from him. He wants to know what my initial thoughts on the staff. I think he did a damn good job on the staff, bro. I think he did a damn good job on the staff. I think he did a good job. I'm excited, but again, that all changes if 4 games in the next season we are in the same position that we were last year. You're like, damn, what happened? But I said it in one of my videos. Head coach, OCDC, that's where your real coaching comes from, right? What I need from my position coaches, I need to, if they can recruit, which this staff is showing that they got some recruiting in them, then those are good hires. So there's the grade's still out, but I like what Norvell has done. I really have. Bobby 6994, what's up, bro? I appreciate you joining me tonight. I ain't got nothing going on. What's up with you? What you think about our current edge rushers? So it all depends on how Kane-Do comes back from. Kane-Do has been this. Remember, Kane-Do was a 5 legit. Joshua Kane-Do was like a legit top 10 coming out of high school. Top 10 prospect, 5-star. He wasn't no fringe 5-star or low 4-star. Kane-Do was a top guy coming out of high school. And it all depends on how he comes back. He hasn't really performed up to his ranking so far. If Kane-Do comes back strong and can get up the quarterback, we're in good shape. Janoris is solid, but he's not a big pass rusher, right? He's kind of more of a set the edge, control the run. Janoris has flashed at times, but I don't know. If Janoris can get consistent and Kane-Do can just be a 5-star, we got some guys, man. We got some guys. It's interesting to see next year. Of course, we'll have the transfer from Louisville. So I'm interested on the size of this kid, right? The Louisville kid, they list him as like 6'6", 260. But I'm reading stuff that this dude's like 6'6", 280. So is he out of shape or is he just naturally, a solid dude? We'll see how he contributes. Obviously, he'll probably get some burn. Quayshawn Fuller is a kid that I want to see how he, McClendon, another one. Amari Gaynor, I'm interested to see how Amari Gaynor, is he a linebacker or they use him primarily as an edge rusher this year, But really our main 2 DNs, Janoris, Kane-Do. How do they progress next year? I'm interested to see that. We need it. Interior, solid. With Marv coming back, which is a huge thing. I don't think people understand how big a deal is. Marv was a first-round guy. He was a first-round talent, period. At the least, he was a second-round guy. Marv was not falling out of the second round. I don't care what anybody says. The fact that he's coming back, and the fact that Durden, who I've called Durden out in the past, but I'm a fan of Corey Durden, and I wish him nothing but the best, obviously. But Durden needs Marvin to be successful. I think it's been apparent going forward that Durden has kind of been non-existent with Marv's absence. Now, he had a solid game against Arizona State, but Durden needs Marv to be successful. But I think interior, we're solid. We just need that edge to come out. I don't know. I would think edge rushers need big improvement coming in next year. But, man, Bobby, I appreciate that question, man. What else y'all want to talk about tonight? I think edge rushers, though, to continue on with what you're talking about, Bobby, I think edge rushers are the biggest question going into next year. Because I think, obviously, I already talked about the interior. Solid. defensive backfield has too much talent. Well, Woodbay, if you look at the depth chart, Woodbay has moved back to DB. The defense has too much talent, bro. Defensive backfield, too much talent. Linebackers are a bit of a question, but I think we have enough young talent to compensate. If Buddy from Purdue can get cleared, I think we're good on the linebacker. It's really the edge rushers are the biggest question going into next year. But yo, I got 5 people watching me. For me, that's a big deal. I'm not one of the huge channels out there. Small Florida State channel. But again, we don't even have to talk Florida State, man. If y'all want to talk NBA, NFL, 2 big playoff games today, we could talk whatever. We had some big boxing matches. We had last night, Carissa Shields, T-Rex. I watched that one. Did her thing. Whatever y'all want to talk about, bro. You talk about whatever. But I appreciate those 2 questions from Giuseppe LaRocca and Bobby, man. I really do. I appreciate the interaction. I really do. We can talk about whatever. What else y'all got for me? But again, if you just joining, this is what I'm sipping on tonight. Let me know in the comments, man, what y'all drinking on. If y'all drinking anything. What's up, Bobby? You came back with me. Definitely agree, straight truth. Bro, I give you nothing but straight truth. And I'll be honest. I'm biased. I'm Florida State, baby. So I'm going to always think, one thing about me, I always think positive. If you ask me next year, we competing with Clemson for the Atlantic title, and we going to ACC champion. Like, we have the talent. I believe we have the talent to compete with Clemson. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm biased. So don't I don't know. Take what I say with a grain of salt, I guess is what I'm saying, because I'm biased, bro. But I'm Florida State all the way. My boy say Ravens overrated. I don't know if the Ravens are overrated. I think, here's the thing with so the NFL, I didn't watch the game. I already said that. I didn't watch, I was out hanging with the wife today, because I wanted to clap some cheeks later on. We'll see if that happens. She kind of mad at me. But I don't know if the Ravens are overrated. But without watching the game, I'm going to say this. The NFL regular season and the playoffs, they're 2 different beasts. I don't know how Lamar played in the playoff game because, again, I didn't watch it. Lamar has to, if Lamar can't kill you from the pocket, he's never going to get any further in the playoffs. Again, I didn't watch the game. So I don't know if Lamar played bad. I mean, I can look up the stats, but that doesn't tell the story, right? You have to watch the game. If you know football, you watch football and watch the game. Jameis is better than Lamar. Is he? I think Jameis is a better thrower than Lamar. I think the problem with Jameis is he turns the ball over. Jameis has to be smarter. And I'm a Jameis, again, Jameis is the reason why I watch the Bucks. He's the reason why I'm a Bucks fan. I don't know if you missed the first part of this video, because I didn't have nobody following me, watching me then. I'm a Bucks fan because I support Jameis all the way. But Jameis does things that, and you go, what the hell, bro? What are you doing? Like, I don't care how much of a Jameis fan you are. You watch Jameis sometimes, and you're like, you get like 5 years older watching Jameis. You want to pull your hair out, you get gray hair, you like bags under your eyes. Like, man, what the hell are you doing, bro? So Jameis is probably a better thrower than Lamar, but I will not say Jameis is better than Lamar. Total package. Lamar is a Michael Jackson. What? You getting to me? Lamar Jackson is a Michael Vick type of player where I don't know if his running isn't working. I'm not sure how successful Lamar Jackson can be. Again, and what go back to my original point, the NFL playoffs is a whole different beast. It's a different level. And again, I didn't watch the game, but if Lamar couldn't throw the ball successfully, it probably shows why they lost that game. It really does. From Keith Blair, what's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in to me tonight. What's your take on Blackman being our starting QB going forward? So, good question, bro. Go back, watch My last video I did is the Arizona State bowl game preview. Lamar Jackson, God damn it. James Blackman, I'll be honest with you. I don't think he'll even be in the program next year. I know right now he's slated. Now I'll say this about James Blackman. I think he's a Noel at heart. So it wouldn't surprise me if he takes a backseat role just to be a Florida State Seminole. But there's no way after what he did at Arizona State, there's no way Norvell looks at him and go, "You're my starter next year." I said it then, and I'm gonna say it now. Chubba Purdy, and I don't even know if Chubba Purdy is the end all be all, so to speak. But Chubba Purdy is, if I was Norvell, Chubba Purdy's my day one starter next year, unless you can get a transfer. And Norvell has already kind of came out and said he's not looking for a grad transfer or a transfer at quarterback. I think Norvell's going to go with Chubba Purdy day one. And Norvell, I'm just, not Norvell, but Black, I'm just not feeling. I'm just not feeling. I got somebody calling my name. My live streams broke. Anything can happen. But yeah, I'm not a, look, I like James because he's a Noel at heart, but I don't think James is, I've seen enough of James Blackman. I don't need James Blackman next year. Who's your Super Bowl matchup? Well, with the Ravens losing, I have a hard time seeing the Chiefs losing. I'm going to go Chiefs and Packers. San Francisco looks damn good, right? But I'm going to go Chiefs and Packers. What's up, Bob? Another question from my boy Bobby. But yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs and Packers. I think Chiefs and Packers. Wasn't Chiefs and Packers like the Super Bowl one? Wasn't Chiefs and Packers like Super Bowl one or something like that? But I'm going Chiefs and Packers. I think Chiefs and Packers are going to be in the Super Bowl. Chiefs and Packers, bro. But yeah, I don't. Blackman, we'll pass off. Just personally, I would love to see Jordan Travis get a chance. But what's buddy name? Damn, I forgot his name already. Bryles fucking never let Jordan Travis throw the ball. So how the hell do I know if Jordan Travis is any good throwing? If I'm Norvell, I find a way to put Jordan Travis in a package because it's obvious that dude can run the ball and can make guys miss. But yeah, I don't have Blackman. I'm sorry. I'm going with Chubba Purdy day one. If I'm Norvell, that's just me. I'm not a coach. I don't get paid. I don't get paid to do this. I just do this for fun because that's what I do. Fucks with your boy. Let me leave y'all with some music real quick and I'll be right back. I heard somebody calling me. All right, folks, I'm back. My fault. What else we got? What else we got? Where did you get that flag? So your boy got the flag from Amazon, bro. LaRoche, I got the flag from Amazon. Go just go to Amazon and type in like Florida State flags. You see it. And while you at it, salute to the goddamn flag. Do you believe Wyatt Rector has a chance? Sunshine reminds me of Tebow. So yeah, Wyatt Rector is a wild card, bro. Real talk. Let me turn the music down. My fault. Wyatt Rector is the wild card. Real talk. I haven't seen him throw, but anytime you're 6'4", 230, if that kid shows anything, um, now what's interesting with Wyatt Rector, because I was looking at the Florida State. Wyatt Rector, I don't think is on scholarship. And I was looking at the Florida State roster as recently as today. The quarterbacks on the roster, four. There's only four. Blackman, Travis, Rodemaker, Purdy. So Wyatt Rector was not listed. I think that's only because he's not on scholarship. I don't think he's on scholarship. I don't know. I know he was a transfer from Western Michigan. But anytime you're 6'4", 230, bro, I think you have a chance. If he has any throwing ability, he has a chance. I'm interested to see him. I can't wait for spring game. They've already started the workouts. I can't wait for spring. I want to see in that spring game. I want to see all four quarterbacks. I want to see Black. Well, I don't need to see Blackman, but being that Blackman is the most tenured quarterback of the bunch, you will see Black. But I want to see Purdy. I want to see Jordan, and I want to see Rodemaker with Black. Yeah, and I want to see Rector. So all five. I want to see all five of the quarterbacks. I think he has a chance if he can throw. If he has any kind of arm, he has a chance. Um, so Rector has a chance. Appreciate that question, bro. Again, man, if you tuned into me, man, hit that like button. I appreciate anybody that's here chopping it up with me. This is my first live stream. I'm going on an hour. I got 5 people watching me. But hey, I'm a small channel. I don't pretend like I'm some big channel. I'm just kicking it, having fun tonight because I ain't got nothing better to do. And go knows, by the way. But again, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I gotta go wood. Real hustle wood. Your boy had to go pee. Let me ask y'all a question. What y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all think? So far, right? I think offensively, I think running back. I think running back's a bigger question mark, right, than offensive line. What y'all think? Y'all think Laybourne gonna stick it out and be the starter next year, or you think we're gonna go to like our running back position, bro, is really questionable. What y'all think about Kalen Laybourne? Keith Blair, would you like to see? Who would you like to see at starting cornerback opposite of Asante? So that's assuming Asante is a starter, right? I think Asante's a dog, but I think Akeem Dent should have never been playing safety. I think Akeem Dent is better than Asante. But that doesn't mean Asante is right there. As a matter of fact, when you talk about being competitive, I think those are your two most competitive. I'm so glad Stanford Samuel is leaving, bro. I'm so glad he's leaving. Asante and Stanford, Asante and Akeem Dent are probably my two guys. But DeMaurian Tate, and this is what I'm going to talk about in my video tomorrow morning. For me, it'll be morning. For y'all, it'll be afternoon. But DeMaurian Tate is on the verge of being classified as a 5-star. And he might get that 5-star after the Under Armour game. I wouldn't be mad if you had. I mean, DeMaurian Tate is 6'1", like long, rangy corners is what it's what's college football, pro football, is what football in general has gone to. No more of those 5'10", 5'8" corners. You want 6 foot and up corners, long, rangy, long wingspans, right? Demorian Tate and Akeem Dent. But you got to remember, this is a new age of football. Just because Asante Samuel, me personally, I have him as a nickelback. A nickelback is essentially a starter in today's football landscape. Most 90% of teams are running 3 to 4 wide every single play. A nickelback has to be a starting caliber corner in today's football, whether that's NFL or college. So Asante Samuel is right up there, bro. But Asante Samuel, Akeem Dent, I think is locked down. I think Akeem Dent and Demarion Tate is what I would do, and put Asante Samuel in sort of that star slash nickel position. And either way, just because I put him in the nickel don't mean he's not good. Remember, national championship year, LaMarcus Joyner he was not the starter. Remember, on the boundaries, who did we have? We had Darby, and we had PJ, Jalen, and Terrence Brooks at safety. LaMarcus Joyner was the star, and he was a Thorpe finalist. Star slash nickel doesn't mean you're not a good player. It just means in today's landscape of football, that nickel is almost more important than ever before. Most teams line their best receiver up in the nickel. So I would have Tate, Akeem, and Asante. Those would be my three. Those would be my three, bro. Bobby, I was at the Miami game where Stanford Van got beat twice for TDs. Stanford Samuel, that was a kid that I think got his name off of his father, if I'm just being honest. Stanford Samuel reminded me a lot of Tavares McFadden. Tavares McFadden had a good freshman year where he had like 8 picks. Then when I think teams sort of watched tape on Tavares McFadden, they decided, here's a guy that's 6'1", 6'2", but he can't run. Tavares McFadden was slow, and they would just beat him deep. And I think the same thing happened with Stanford. Now, what I'll say this, in the Stanford's defense and every DB's defense, who the hell was coaching them up the last 2 years? Let me know, Bobby. Who was coaching them up? Because nobody was coaching them up. We didn't have a DB coach this year. A lot of people are like, oh, well, Harlan Barnett was a DB slash DC. Look, Harlan Barnett barely proved that he can run a defense, let alone teach defense and defensive back. They weren't very well coached, but at the same time, with guys like Akeem Dent and Asante and some of these other guys, you could see flashes of good play. I'm sorry, I just never saw that in Stanford. And I don't dislike them, obviously. I don't dislike these kids, but Stanford just never did it for me. You say you was at the Miami game. You saw Stanford get beat twice. Me being in Hawaii, I haven't had a chance to attend a game in a while, but I could recall Stanford getting beat many a times. I don't know, man. Keith Blair, I agree with you on Tate. I would also like to see Travis J could do at cornerback, especially. Yeah, so that's the big thing with Travis. If he gets eligible, I'm glad Willie and if you don't know, I'm one of the few Willie Taggart supporters. But even with that, when I watch when I watch the team after Willie Taggart's departure, and I support the firing. And I was a Taggart supporter, but I support the firing at this point 100%. You can't deny that this team was just badly coached. And that starts with the head coach. I don't care how you put it. It starts with the head coach. With that said, I bring that up to say this. I applaud Taggart and that staff for sticking with Travis J. Because there's a lot of staffs that would have thrown Travis J to the JUCOs They would have threw him away, but they stuck with him. Travis Jay, I think, is a damn good football player. Um, Travis Jay can play safety or corner. The only problem, I don't think I think Travis Jay gets rotated in. I don't know if Travis Jay is better than Tate. And my personally, my safeties are Woodbay and Nasruddin. With those two safeties, Nasruddin came on at the second half of the year. Nasruddin, I think, was the best player on defense, and it wasn't close. And that includes Marv. That includes Marv. Nasruddin was a beast. And I think you got Nasruddin and Woodbay going back to his natural position. I hate it from the jump, them moving to Woodbay to linebacker. I never understood it, right? And it obviously shown to be a bad decision. But Travis Jay, I think he can rotate into that safety position. If they want to rotate him in and see what he can do at corner, I'm with that. But I like Travis Jay. I do. Keith, I like that. I do like Travis Jay. I just don't think he can beat out. He hasn't played football in what, a year, right? Since high school, he's been in college a year but hasn't played. So I don't know if he can beat out a guy like Tate, a Dent, Asante, right? Nasruddin, Woodbay. I don't know if he can beat out any of those guys. But as a rotation piece, I like Travis Jay a lot. I really do. Oh, look at that. I'm about to drink an empty glass. Just hit me a lick, finna blow a check. Bobby, I think Grant should start at running back. So you think Grant should start off a Laybourne? Ah, man, I don't know if I agree with that, bro. I can't even know if I like Grant. I ain't seen him in a year. That's one of the biggest mysteries of this last year. They never said was Grant academically ineligible and academically not able to play. Did he violate a team rule and get suspended? Like, what happened? If you know, please let me know. What happened with Grant this year? I don't think Grant's better than Caden Laybourne at all. I'm sorry. I fucks with you, Bobby, but I can't ride with that. I don't think Grant is better than Laybourne. And I think Laybourne struggled. Remember, this was Laybourne's first year after the knee injury. And if you didn't notice, Laybourne ran the whole year with a knee brace on. It's hard for a running back to do anything with a knee brace, but he ran the whole year with a knee brace on. And it doesn't help that he had surgery at the end of this year. So Laybourne might just be injury riddled, which to your point, Grant would be a better running back because he's just the best ability is availability, right? But Laybourne, one thing about Laybourne, you saw it in year one of Willie Taggart era against Virginia Tech. You see how he shook the entire football team? If Laybourne is back to what he is, Laybourne's your starter. But Grant is a great second back. I think Grant is better than what people think. But hell, I don't know. Grant ain't played in a year, and we never got a clarification on what exactly was wrong with Grant. KB didn't look all that against Bama. Bama State, lower competition. Kalen, look. You say KB. I think you're talking about LeBourne, Kalen LeBourne. Again, man, I'm not arguing with you on that. LeBourne, but LeBourne was running with that knee brace. Again, go back and watch. He's had that knee brace on all year, bro. Grant, you could say KB didn't. Kalen LeBourne. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Kalen LeBourne didn't look all that against Bama State, but at the same time, we ain't seen Anthony Grant in a year, so we don't know. That's a toss up. Like who? LeBourne, Anthony Grant. We ain't. You could say Anthony Grant because he's fresher, but hell, he ain't played football in a year. LeBourne coming off of surgery. I get what you're saying. Me personally, I'm going LeBourne, and if it's not LeBourne, Hell, Toll Philly. Put Toll Philly out there. Put Toll Philly out there. But I don't dislike Anthony Grant at all. I wish we would have had him this year. To be quite honest with you, I wish we would have had him. I wish we would have had him. Hey, be easy. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to me. That's the thing. I only got 4 people watching, but we can keep it lit all night. Cause I ain't got nothing going on. I'm just here kicking it. I don't know what to do with my phone. I lost my phone. Yeah, we just kicking it though. Cable, I grew it. We on tape. Yeah, man. That's what we do though. What y'all doing tonight though? Like y'all kicking it? Y'all just at the house chilling? What's up? Where y'all from? A-B-E. Jason Corbin is also a nice addition. Jason Corbin, Keith. What's up, bro? Keith, yeah. Jason Corbin, that's not a nice addition, that's a big addition. For one, our wide receivers. Where this liquor is getting to me. Our running back numbers are thin. Jay Sean is a legit. If he gets, so he has to. Jay Sean has to put in a waiver to even play next year. So we don't know how that's going to pan out. Let's go with the best case scenario. Jay Sean gets his waiver in. He's the number 1 guy, or he gets cleared to play next year. He's arguably the number 1 guy next year. Now he's coming off of an injury himself, but I think him, LeBourne, that's Jay Sean can ball. That's huge for our numbers. And quite frankly, to go back to Bobby, if Jay Sean's healthy and LeBourne's healthy, your boy Anthony Grant might be 3rd on the depth chart if we just being real. Like, Jay Sean's got some of that. Jay Sean should have never been a Texas A&M player anyway. He was always Florida State, but he followed Jimbo to A&M. But Jay Sean is that's a big get, bro. That helps our wide receiver. What is wrong? It helps our running back numbers a lot. Hopefully he can get his waiver. Yeah, like I was just saying. Yeah, I'm sorry I just read that, but yeah, hopefully he can get his waiver. Yeah, if he gets his waiver to play immediately, he's a big time addition to the backfield. Who's your Final Four and national champion? What you talking about? What you talking about? You got to be talking about basketball. You got to be talking about NCAA. If you're talking about NCAA, I have no idea right now. NCAA is. Ask me that in March once the seedings get set. But I'm going to tell you right now, our Seminoles hoops, we looking very good, bro. Leonard Hamilton got on my squad. Not only did he got on my squad, look at the recruits he bringing in next year. Leonard Hamilton got him a little squad, bro. He's got him a little squad. I'm assuming that's what you got to be talking about, Bobby. We talking about Final Four. Yeah, you got to be talking about NCAA hoops. Yeah, NCAA hoops. Yeah, basketball. Yeah, NCAA hoops. Yeah. I can't pick a Final Four right now. That's like asking me who's gonna be in the Super Bowl next year. Not this year, but who's gonna be in the Super Bowl in 2021? I have no idea, bro. But we got a good squad. We got a good squad this year. I'm gonna talk about that in tomorrow morning's video. But we got a good squad this year. The way we thumped Louisville, we got a good squad. We just beat Wake Forest. We got a good squad, bro. But it's too early for me to talk about Final Four. I got to see the seedings. Because one thing about March Madness, you got to see the seedings. Certain teams play, you got to see the seedings. So it's a little bit too early to talk about Final Four and national champs. But we might, real talk, we might be the best team in the ACC, though. Yeah, we might be the best team in the ACC. Talking basketball. That's crazy to ever say Florida State's the best team in the ACC, basketball-wise. We might be the best team in the ACC. Let me ask y'all a question. Oh shit. Who do y'all think is the starting quarterback next year? I'm on the Chuba Purdy bandwagon personally. I think it's Purdy or bust. I done seen enough of James Blackman. Unless they before National Signing Day. What's shaking, no brother? What's up, Gator Hater? I love your name, bro. Gator Hater. Ain't a team I hate more than the motherfucking Gators. What's up, big bro? Gator Hater, what's up, bro? We just talking about whatever you want to talk about, though, Gator Hater. Bring up a topic and we'll talk about it. Um, but like I was saying, who's y'all starting quarterback next year? I'm on the Purdy bandwagon. I think you've seen enough over the last few years. You start the true freshman. Start them. Start the true freshman from the jump, and we just go with the punches because we done seen enough of Black. Unless Jordan Travis somehow shows that he's got this great arm talent, which if he had that, I think Browns would have used that. You go with Purdy day one. Go with Purdy day one. I'm lost on the road. But yeah, I'm on a Purdy bandwagon, so y'all let me know what y'all think. I got a question for y'all. Who y'all think? Y'all think Purdy day one, or y'all think Black still should get the nod, or I mean, who you got? Wyatt Rector I think Wyatt Rector is a dark horse. But who y'all got? Let me know who y'all got. I really appreciate the support, man. If you tuned into me right now, man, I appreciate it. 100%, bro. I appreciate it. What's shaking? Already read that. Over Blackman too, bro. Let's go, Purdy. Bro, it's the Purdy era. I don't know about 10 wins, but for me, 8 at the minimum. I gotta. Let me turn this. I don't know how much y'all hear this music, but let me turn this down a little bit. I got a feeling about this staff. Something about this staff has me feeling different. I think Norvell. We won't be the most penalized team in the. Bro, it hurts me to say this. I was a Willie Taggart. You don't realize how much of a Willie Taggart fan I was. But after his firing, watching the games, just watching everything, not only do I support the Willie Taggart firing, I almost feel like we should have never hired him. And I was I was a Taggart guy. We played so badly. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, I think 10 wins is a bit of a stretch. But we should at least win. I'm on 8. 8 at the, I'm looking at Norvell and I'm just looking at the staff he's put together. And it's almost light years ahead of anything Willie Taggart. It's light years ahead of the staff Willie Taggart put together. And I'm with it all the way. And I really feel like I'm not gonna go out there on the limb with you and say 10. But I think 8 wins at the least is what should be expected next year. That defense is gonna be lights out next year. I really believe that. I think with Adam Fuller coaching that defense, I think we're lights out. I really do. I would be so sad if we weren't. I think competent coaching, you're gonna have a top, national wise, top 20 defense next year. Book it. I'm saying it right now. Top 20 defense. Marvin Wilson, anchor in the middle. I think Jalil McCray is a watch him. Watch him. Should have had more. He should have started over the Kalen Brooks. Should have started over D Jack. McCray, watch him. And I think that secondary is going to be so better than it was. Oh my God. I'm telling you right now. Watch. Next year, 8 wins at the minimum. At the minimum. I don't know if I want to go to 10 yet, but I would not be surprised if them boys compete for the Atlantic Division next year. I really do. Where we at? Chilling. Tate to start till Purdy gets up to speed. You talking about Tate who? Tate Rodemaker? No, I can't go with you there, Gator hater. No. Right now, Purdy is better than Tate Rodemaker. Chilling Tate to start till no, I can't go with that. If that's the case, you go with Blackman till Purdy's ready. No, you don't go with Tate till Purdy's ready. You go with Black. Because Black has more college experience than all them quarterbacks. No, I can't rock with that. I love you, bro. I love all my supporters, but I can't rock with that one. If you have questions about Purdy going into game 1 next year, you go with Black. Period. And I like Black, but I done seen enough of Black to know that he's not the guy. But you go with Black until Purdy is ready. Not Tate. No, I can't go with that one, bro. Blackman will be running the practice squad if he don't transfer out. No, Tate will be running the practice squad if he don't transfer out. Or Jordan Travis will be running the practice squad. Black will be second string. Look, you can hate Black all you want, and I'm not. Again, I like Black. From Belgrade, he's a Noel at heart. He just ain't got it. And I won't even say he don't got it. The problem with Black is he's had 3 different old coordinators in his 3 years at Florida State. He just hasn't been coached right. And I'm a believer in coaching sets the tone for everything. So Blackman was dealt a bad hand, bro. If we're just being honest. With all that said, Blackman at the least is your second string quarterback. He's your second string quarterback. Chuba for Heisman, hey, I'm with you, bro. Chuba from day one. That goes to Gator Hater. Keith Blair, I go Purdy. He's a legitimate dual threat QB, which helps keep. Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. He's a legit. Purdy is rated higher than Jeff Sims, and when the news on Jeff Sims first broke, I was like, nah, bro. How the hell do you take the job, go visit Jeff Sims, and then he decommit? How does that happen? Like, but he had a plan. That's why I fuck with Norvell, because he had a plan. Purdy was rated higher than Jeff Sims. So that's a good thing, one. Now, let's take this into consideration, because I'm a Florida boy. And I don't know about y'all, I'm a Florida boy. Sims was facing better competition in Florida than Purdy was facing in Arizona. I don't care what nobody says. That's a fact. But with that said, I think you go Purdy day one regardless. But I was on the same record. If we would have kept Jeff Sims from day one. So it doesn't go matter. I hate Clemson. I hate Clemson too, bro. But that comes from Bobby. Bro, when it comes to Clemson, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the Polk County Knoll. I hate conference pride. The SEC does this more than anybody. They root for their conference. Listen, fuck Clemson. Fuck Miami. Fuck Virginia. I don't root for the conference. I root for Florida State. If Florida State was in the Big 12, I root for Florida State. If Florida State was in the SEC, I root for Florida State. I don't do conference pride. I think that conference pride shit is weak. I hate Clemson over anything, except for Gators. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely goes Gators, Miami, Clemson. But with that said, I don't do that conference pride thing. I think that's sucker shit. I root for Florida State. I don't root for the ACC. I don't do it. I hate that conference pride shit. So if you with that conference pride shit, I'm sorry. I still fuck with you, but I don't do that shit. Someone needs to slip Purdy a playbook now. Bro, if you don't think Norvell done slip Purdy that playbook, Gator hater, bro, come on. I think Norvell already knows who's his day one starter. Watch what I tell you. Jarvis, what's up, bro? I appreciate you tuning in, bro. What's good, Polk County? No, you think DeMarion Tate? Hell yeah. Now, only do I look. DeMarion Tate has already been, from what I've read. So one thing about me, let me put that up. Let me put this out here. I don't pretend to know I don't pretend to be a insider, right? The same things I kind of report on and talk about, you can look up yourself. With that said, Demorion Tate has been reported to be getting his fifth star. Like whatever he did at an Under Armour game and Under Armour practice is getting him his fifth star. So yeah, I think Demorion Tate, not only could he start day one, I would start him day one. My bout, I would have Demorion Tate, and I think Bobby asked this question. I don't recall. Correct me if I'm wrong. I would go my starting defensive backfield, the DBs, would be Hamza, Woodbay, Akeem Dent, Demorion Tate, and Asante Samuels in the nickel. And that's not knocking Asante Samuels. Because quite frankly, a lot of times, again, our national championship team, our best cornerback was in the nickel, and that's LaMarcus Joyner. A lot of teams put their best wide receiver in the nickel or in the slot. So I have Asante in the slot. But yeah, I think Demorion Tate contributes from day one. I really do. What's up, Javaris? I appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Bobby, I agree. Noah versus everybody else. Yeah, bro. Look. The whole conference allegiance, people rooting for the SEC, ACC. That shit is so whack to me, bro. I don't do that. If you do it, kudos to you, bro. You do what you do. I don't do the whole, well, Florida ain't in it, so I'm gonna root for Clemson. Man, fuck all that. Fuck Clemson. No Gator hater. Only people going for the conference pride bitches is the people who support. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look at the SEC, you be having Kentucky fans and Mississippi State fans. SEC. Bro, I got a homeboy. He's an LSU fan. They're the best team in the nation this year, and he's talking about something. I root for all the SEC as a whole. How are you at LSU and you rooting for Bama? You root for Georgia. That shit's so whack. I don't do the conference allegiance. I don't care what conference we in. It's FSU or everything. All day, every day. Look at the flag. Look at the picture. P-Dub, the GOAT. I don't care what nobody say. P-Dub is the best college football player I've ever seen. Reggie Bush ain't nothing but a P-Dub was doing what Reggie Bush was doing before Reggie Bush was doing it. P-Dub all day. What else y'all got for me, man? We can talk about whatever. We're going on a minute and 30, bro. I'm surprised I'm still on here. I had a few people tune in, so I appreciate that. One thing about me, maybe that's because I'm a small channel right now, but I appreciate everybody that fucks with me. I really do. How do you root for your... Gator hater. How do you root for your rival? I don't understand it either. I don't understand it either. How do you root for the people you play every single year, home game and away game? Like, how do you root for? That's like us rooting for. Who do we play every year? Louisville. Fuck Louisville. I don't root for nobody in college football. Again, NFL, I'm a little different. I root for Florida State players in the league. I just recently became a Bucks fan. That's only because of Jameis. I only root for... I was rooting for the Vikings today. They didn't cut it out. I root for Florida State players in the NFL. But college football, you can say college football is my favorite sport. College football and NBA because I'm a Knicks fan diehard. I know, talk your shit. I'm a Knicks fan. Sorry. Point being, you don't root for your rivals. I'm only a FSU fan, 10 toes down, day one. Fuck all that bullshit. I don't care who's in the national championship. Now, I will say this about the national championship. Clemson's going to be, that game's not going to be a blowout like a lot of people are predicting. I know LSU's got a squad. Clemson got some boys. Some Florida boys. Clemson is not going to be blown out the window. I don't think that for 1 second. My personal prediction, I'm going 42-38 LSU. But Clemson's going to be there to the end because Clemson got some boys. Clemson recruits Florida better than the Gators, better than us, better than the Hurricanes. Clemson got some boys. Clemson's not a chump. I could never. Yeah, exactly. I could never root for Miami or none of that shit. None of that shit. Like, so if you remember that the year Miami lost to Ohio State in the national championship, I'll sit here right now and tell you that was a bullshit call for that interference. And Miami probably should have won that game, but I'm so happy Miami didn't win that game because I don't care. Keith Blair. Don't want to root for the Clemson because at this point they are tied with FSU for most consecutive. Bro, not only are they tied with FSU for most consecutive wins, you know they're tied for us for national championships too. If Clemson wins against LSU, they got 4 and we got 3. Yeah, I know. How the hell that happened? I wish the playoffs would have been in the 90s. Because if the playoffs had been in the 90s, FSU would have been in the championship damn near every single year. We were so dominant in the 90s. But you're exactly right. Not only will they tie us in consecutive wins, they'll tie us in national championships if they beat LSU. No, they won't tie us, excuse me. 4-3. Definitely don't want to. Yeah, so I just read that one. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to be right back, bro. I'm going to go take a piss. Matter of fact, let me turn the music up on for y'all. So y'all can jam out.
Room smell like ton of damn alcohol, and that's not going down in my baby room. It stinks.
Got a question for the streets. Why to me, nigga? Why to me? Huh? Got a question for the streets. Do you think Dabo is cocky? Oh, let me turn the music down. Do you think Dabo is cocky? I covered this in a video before. Not only do I think Dabo is cocky, I think Dabo is one of the most overrated coaches in the country. If you don't recall, Dabo was the joke of all, like the Clemson was a joke. But one thing Dabo did better than maybe any coach in the country other than Saban was he was a CEO. He hired the right guys. And Clemson, the program, the institution of Clemson, gave him the time to build the right thing. But I'm no Dabo fan. I don't think Dabo's a good coach. But I think Dabo is a good CEO, and he ran the program the right way. And that's why they are where they are now. So right now, Dabo gets all this credit, and he's considered one of the best coaches in college football. But he's not that. But what he is he's a great manager of people and personnel. Yeah, but Norvell will stop Clemson, Georgia, and any other school from getting Florida players. Gator hater. Um, Norvell's got to win first, though, Gator hater. I want to agree with you, but he's got to win first. He's got to. Even Jimbo in his prime wasn't keeping Alabama or Ohio State out of Florida. And that was Jimbo in his prime. So Norvell's got to win, and then we can come back to have that conversation. Bobby, true Florida boy, jamming that place. Boy, you know me, bro. I'm from Polk County. 863, bro. Polk County, Florida. Lakeland, Florida is specifically where I'm from. Hey, I'm a brave alum. True Florida boy, like you say, straight up. Jamming that motherfucking plies. Take Venables away from Clemson, and you see what kind of coach he is. I agree. I completely agree. Dabo was a joke for the majority of his tenure. Dabo just got that reputation he's got now over the last 3 years. Ever since Deshaun Watson really came and saved that program, because we saw what Florida State did to a Taj Boyd-led Clemson team. Not only did they have Taj Boyd, they had Chad Morris at OC. I think they still had Venables at DC then. And we went in the Death Valley and embarrassed them boys. But again, Dabo, he's smart. If nothing else, he makes the right hires, and he was able to keep that train on the same tracks. You got Deshaun Watson, you got Trevor Lawrence, you got 2 NFL quarterbacks off the bat, and Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. Dabo's gonna have success with those kind of guys. Again, that's a CEO type of guy. But as far as a X's and O's coach, trash. Winning is. I think so too. I think Gator hater. I think winning. I am more excited about this Norvell staff and what Norvell is building, than. And again, I was a Willie Taggart guy. I was a supporter, but what I'm seeing now, I think Norvell's going to do a hell of a lot better job than Taggart maybe even dreamed of doing, to be quite honest with you. What'd you say, Bobby? Sri? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a little drunk, so I don't know what SRI means. But yeah, I'm a Florida boy. Going back to your previous comment, yeah, I'm a Florida boy, bro. Polk County. That's why my name is Polk County Noel, bro. I don't play. Still got LSU taking on. Yeah, I got LSU winning, but I got it closer game than people think. And that's only because Clemson's been recruiting at a level of of Alabama and Georgia. Clemson has Florida boys all over that roster, and it disgusts me to say that. That shows the state of the Florida programs. Gator fans can talk all that bullshit they want, but they ain't locked down the state. Even Jimbo in his heyday couldn't lock down the state. We got it, and honestly, you know what it is? I hate to say it, but the problem is the Hurricanes. If Miami could get back, then these kids would either pick the 3 schools, the 3 big time programs. The problem is these Miami kids, which let's face it, that's where all the talent is. South Florida, Palm Beach County, Broward County, and Dade County. That's where the boys at. Now Polk County got their talent as well, but the talent is in them 3 counties I just said. Miami can't retain any. So let's say, for instance, I was Miami Noel, or Miami Hurricane, and I grew up a Noel hater and a Gator hater. I don't want to go to those schools, so I'd rather go out of state than play for those 2 schools. That's the problem. Miami can't keep their kids in state. These kids growing up hating the other 2 schools in the state, so they're going out of state. And if Miami got their shit together, I think you see a difference. I really do. Man, we going on almost 2 hours, bro. I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me, like giving me these questions, bro. I really do. Y'all don't realize how much I appreciate that shit. I was gonna end it at an hour if I didn't get no conversation, but I got some conversation. Hey, hold up, bitch. Hold on, hold. Who you know, damn nigga? What else y'all got for me? Keith Blair, your thoughts on Telly Lockett no longer with FSU? Um, I understand it. Now, again, I don't. Keith, I don't know if you have watched my other videos. Um, I wanted to keep Telly. I wanted to keep Telly. So let me correct a mistake I made on my previous videos. I thought Ron Dugans was a Miami native. That's my mistake. Ron Dugans is a Tallahassee native, but I think his wife is from Miami. I don't know for a fact. I think his wife is from Miami. With that being said, I thought it was smart, would have been smart, to keep Telly Lockett on staff in some aspect. But you can't get mad of a head coach having his own direction. And like, I'm not mad at the firing of Telly Lockett. That happens. It happens. I'm not. It is what it is, right? It happens. Telly Lockett was probably the best recruiter we had, slash Raymond Woody, but it is what it is, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I give Telly Lockett the biggest credit of recruiting Donta Lucas. But I know he recruited some other guys like Malcolm Ray and Lloyd Willis. I think Uncle Luke is a fool. For talking about blackballing FSU for that foolery. How about he blackballed Miami? Have you heard? I don't know if you keeping up with it. Have you heard the situation going on right now with Alonzo Highsmith in that university? Who they are so stupid for not hiring Alonzo Highsmith to be their chief of staff. You know how much experience he has in the NFL slash NCAA? How much connections that man has? I think Alonzo Highsmith turns that programs around day one, and they won't hire him. That shows you Miami's not mindset. And Uncle Luke needs to focus on his Hurricanes, not our Knowles. Do I like Telly, and do I think they should have kept Telly? Sure. But I'm not mad at Norvell for going his own direction. Because quite frankly, it is like that happens. I said it before and I'll say it again. If we win, that whole Miami Tallahassee connection still lives. Period. Miami won't have their shit together. Won't have their shit. Yeah, for real. Miami won't. Miami is lost, bro. It's so it's so funny because one of my homeboys is a Miami fan, and he was so excited about the Manny Diaz hire. And I said day one when they hired Manny, I said that was a lazy hire. I was oh, you a hater? Cause I said, bruh, I'm not being a hater. Me personally, if I was Miami, you should have hired Lane Kiffin. That's me. That's me. I said, you can hire Lane Kiffin. They hired Manny Diaz. I said, Manny Diaz was there when Mark Richt was doing what he was doing. Like, what are you talking about? Manny Diaz was a lame duck, boring, lazy hire. And it showed that on the field. And I don't think they're going to be any better next year. Sorry. They better hope that new offensive coordinator hired is all world because I don't see it. I don't see it. And the fact that they're giving the finger to Alonzo Highsmith, yeah, they're gonna get what they deserve. Because if me personally, as an FSU fan, I'd be worried if Alonzo Highsmith was hired by Miami because I think that's a fantastic hire, and it ain't happening. People, I got plenty of money. It's gonna be a long time before they get this shit again. Hey, what you doing, boy? Y'all want to see Polk County No Jr.? Hold on for a second. Guess what? I'm buying a raffle. What you doing, boy? You dig, hiker? My man, I just married her. Y'all see the junior? What else y'all got for me though? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna keep saying this. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in to me and engaging with me, dog. Just engage with me. I don't know what y'all doing tonight, but I am drinking and talking to y'all. That's all I'm doing tonight. And when I get done with this live stream, whenever that is, um, I'll probably play my video game. But I appreciate y'all for kicking it with me. Gator Hater, Keith Blair, Bobby 6994. Man, I appreciate y'all for fucking with me. Miami is a good school for swimming and tennis. Listen, I'll say this about Miami, and I won't take this away from them. Miami was they started the whole swag. One thing I always say about our rivalry with Miami and Florida, we respect Miami. We don't like them. Don't get it twisted. We don't fuck with them. But we respect them. Because they've been a program that's never been scared to do what they got to do. Where Florida is, we don't respect Florida, they pussies. He a future no. You goddamn right, Bobby. He a future no. Look at him. Hey little buddy. You a future no? No, you can't have that now. That's daddy stuff. Yeah, he a future no, bro. Let me tell you, if he ever get to that point, I won't dictate where he goes, but I'll strongly emphasize Florida State if he ever get there. Girl, you look good. I'm surprised y'all still up with me. What time is it where y'all at? For me, it's not that late. I don't even know where my phone at, but it's not that late at all. Look, if you keep acting like that, I'm gonna send you with your mama, bro. We kicking it. You speaking of no, you kind of know Junior. You speak to No Nation. What's up? What you gotta say? Sweating up my drawers and on the But man, if you like what you seeing, man, share it to your friends. I mean, if they like some content like this. Again, I just did this little stream, man, for fun because I ain't got nothing going on tonight. I'm gonna do my news and notes in the morning. There's a lot of stuff that popped off this week too, bro. Weidman, that hurt my heart when I heard about Malachi Weidman. I don't know if y'all tracking. Okay, Tampa boy, 813 boy, I feel ya. It's a little late there. Tampa, boy, let me tell you something about Tampa. When I was a jit, boy, I used to live in Ybor City, bro. My wife went to school at USF. I used to live in Ybor, bro. We used to be in Ybor all the time. At Piranha, cutting loose. Yeah, that's what's up, though, man. Tampa, I'm glad to see that shit. And what the rest of y'all? What about you, Gator Hater? Keith Blair, where y'all from? Y'all Florida boys or y'all from somewhere else? Motherfucking get girl, I'm the nigga. Chica, where's my phone? I don't want to listen to this song. And I don't know how to change it. What's your back? Yeah. What you still doing awake? It is, well, so for me it's, yes sir, yeah bro, I'm telling you bro. How old are you, Bobby? Like, when I was a jet, bro, Piranha used to be the spot. Straight up, bro. I don't know how old you are, bro, but I ain't been to Ybor in years. Mainly because I joined the military, so I'm out here in Hawaii right now. Um, but when I was back in Florida, bro, Ybor, man, Friday night was Piranha. Saturday night, you either go to club, you go to Club Sky, like that was the shit back then. That was a long time ago, bro. That's what we used to do, though. Do you think Norvell, Keith Blair, do you think Norvell is doing a good job with the transfer portal? If you're talking about the guys from our squad that's transferring, I don't have a problem with any of them transferring. Only one that I would say semi surprised me was Trey McKitty because I think he could have succeeded in this Norvell offense. Hey! I think Trey McKitty could have succeeded, but everybody else that transferred, I ain't got no problem with it, bro. I think Norvell, we already got a tackle in the transfer portal. We got the DN in the transfer portal. We got a running back in the transfer portal. And we got a linebacker in the transfer portal. I expect at least one more offensive lineman in the transfer portal. That's probably about it, though. But I think Norvell's doing a good enough job. He will just follow in his daddy footsteps. Talking about a little shorty Polk County on right here. You damn right he will. Well, listen. I'm not like them other fathers. Now I know that's a long time because he only 1 years old. But if he want to commit, let's say he good at football, and he want to commit to whatever school. I'm not one of those fathers that will remember Nick Cross and the fact that his father didn't want him to commit to Florida State. Yeah, I'm not that guy. If my son is a fan of Alabama, for the hell of it, I'll let him go to Alabama. Keith Blair from the 305. Okay, you from Miami. I got family in Miami, bro. So that's what's up. Let me tell you something. My South Beach is my favorite vacation spot. I love South Beach. I love me some South Beach, bro. Love me some South Beach. I done stayed at oh shit, what is it called? It's called the Penguin. I stayed at the Penguin. I stayed at the Clevelander. I love me some South Beach, bro. I'm all about South Beach. King of Diamonds. They closed that shit down, which is so sad. I used to be in King of Diamonds all the time. I love me some South Beach, bro. I'm in Nashville, Gator Hater alumni. Oh, you an alum, Gator Hater? Salute, and I bow to you, Gator Hater. I joined the military, so I did not uh, get to attend FSU. Um, that was always my dream school, though. But I joined the military. That's what's up, though, bro. Nashville, kudos to you. I'm gonna drink to that, alumni Gator Hater. No, but if you're an alum, I hope you contribute to the university and you know have a say so in that because you guys really dictate the boosters and all that. Y'all dictate what this university does. But I salute to you, bro. I really appreciate that. You being an alumni and all that. Bruh, what are you doing? You touching my microphone. You scared yourself. Yeah, 305, man. I got family in the 305. My god brother, my godmother. They. So if you didn't see one of my former videos, my family, my godmother, they are all Knightons. That name sound familiar? Yeah, Jalen Knighton. We are in the same family, and I did a shout out to Jalen Knighton. I know he didn't commit to us, but I'm still gonna shout out family. I wish him the best. I think he made the wrong decision, obviously, but I wish him the best. But he's a Knighton, and my god brothers and my god sister and my godmother, they are Knightons. He is a big boy. Bruh. So when I played, I was a DB and a wide receiver. I was a skinny nigga. I was only in high school, man. I was 140 on a wet day. Soaking wet, I was 140. Um, he's a big. I don't know what he's gonna be, but if the Lord bless bless me with a little young athlete, he can go wherever he want to go, bro. Um, some of that one. Quite honestly, I'm thinking about getting him into boxing real quick because he likes to fight. He loves to throw his hands. I'm thinking about when he gets 4 or 5, seeing how he adapts to that boxing lifestyle. But um, his old pops was a DB and a wide receiver back in high school at Lake Gibson. I wasn't that good. I was fast. I was always fast. I wasn't that good. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Yeah, bro. Cheers, bro. Gator hater, bro. You an alumni? I fucks with you. Like real talk. A 91 alumni? That means you old, bro. You an OG. You an OG. But anybody that attended the university, man, salute to you, man. I really fucks with you. Every 6 months, they get a check. Hey, that's. I'm thinking about when I finish. So I'm in the military. If you haven't been, if you haven't said that by now, I'm in the military. But this is my last stint. 2021, I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I'm gonna do school first time. I'm already. I've already got 38 credits. I've already did some school. Um, so I may end up transferring to Florida State to get my bachelor's. Matter of fact, that's my plan. Um, but yeah, every 6 months they get a check from you, bro. Um, yeah, I'm done with the military after this. I'm in here. I'm doing my thing. But yeah, I salute all FSU alumni because at the end of the day, the alumni, you attended the school. Like I'm just a fan. If you're an alumni, you can say whatever the hell you want to say because you attended the school. You paid your money, even if that was scholarship or grant money, whatever the case. You paid your money. You attended the school. You got your bachelor's, master's, whatever you got. You can say what you want to say. Gator hater, I applaud you, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support, man. I appreciate Bobby. I appreciate you both kind of doing your thing, brother. Checking out. All right, bro. All right, Bobby, man. I appreciate you, man. So thank you for tuning in. Again, this was my first live stream, so I mean, I really appreciate you for kicking it with me on this night. I know it's getting late there in the states. I know you said you was a Tampa boy, so I know it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for you, bro. I feel you. I appreciate you, though, man, for fucking with me tonight. Fast as lightning and slippery as a grease. Boy, what you talking about? What is you talking about? Getting here on some other shit right now. That boy said he fast as lightning and slippery as a grease. As a grease dick. I don't know what that other word is, but it's a grease dick. The song, I had to send my baby home. But yeah, bro, Bobby, man, you have a good night, man. Check out. I'm gonna do I'm debating. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know. Should I do a live stream in the morning or should I just do a regular video like I've been doing? But hit me up tomorrow, man. I'm gonna definitely do another video tomorrow morning so I can check that out. And that's where I'm gonna go over the news and notes for FSU for the week. Let me see. Let me see. If you graduated in '91, Gator Hater, you're at least. I'm drunk, so don't judge me. Let's see. Let's say you graduate. Let's see. Join. Let's see. You went to college at 18. Let's say. Let's do the best case scenario. Let's say you graduated when you were 21. That's 3 years. That's 21. 91. So you graduated in 91. It is 2020. My dog, you at least what, 40, 42, 43? Again, I'm drunk, so don't judge me. But you at least up there, Gator hater. Hey, again, man, bro, I appreciate your support, bro. I really do. I'm old, but I can still get down with the best of them. Hey, I'm 30. I'll be 32 in April, so I'm a little older myself. I'm not a young. I'm not that young my damn self. I feel the same way. I show these young boys what it means to get down with it. You feel me? Keith Blair, how old are you, bro? You a young boy? Or you still in here, Keith? What you doing? Huh? I got keys down the threes when I chirp, shorty chirp, man, Louis knapsack, where I'm holding on the word gag. I would appreciate again, 50. God damn, you 50. Gator, bro, you old as fuck. 52? Hey man, salute, bro. I hope I get that old. I hope I get 52, 62, 72. I hope I get that. You look young as hell. I look young, bro. I've been told that long. I look young, but I'm 32. I'm 32, born in '88. I've been watching Florida State for a long time. 52, man. Goddamn. Hey, you my dude though. You might be my favorite follower, man. Bruh, why you dropping my stuff? What you doing? But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate your support. I really do. Yeah, but don't say 52. Shit. I'm sorry if I look too young for you, but I'm not 20 or anything like that. I'm 30. Oh shit! What happened to my camera? Hold on. That should be. But yeah, I'm 30. I'm 32. Well, I'll be 32 in April. I'm 31 right now. Keith Blair, FSU graduated at local school in Miami. I'm not UM, but I'm FSU booster and season ticket. Hey, Keith, salute to you, season ticket holder. If I was in Florida State, I'd be a season ticket holder. But I'm here in Florida. But again, I'm here in Florida. No, I'm here in my Hawaii. But I'm on my last legs. I am on my way out of the military. I've been in a while. I'm on my way out, and I will. Once I get back to Florida, because I'm going back to Florida, me and my wife plan on buying a house down there. Hey, relax. There you go. I plan on being like at every game. Even if I go back to Polk County, I don't care. I'll make my way to every, damn near every game. Um, but yeah, man, I'm still chopping and chanting, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gator. Hey, your boy say he's 50 years old. I was like, God damn. But hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. That just shows your commitment to the university, man. Listen, um, you did something that I wish I could have done. Like, again, instead of going to college, I served my country. Um, we can debate about whatever on that court. I don't agree. I'm not blind, bro. I don't agree with everything these motherfuckers do here. With that said, you did something that I wish I could have done. And maybe I did something you wish you could have done. I don't know. But Florida State's always been my squad. Bro. Florida State's always been my squad, and again, I commend you, bro. I always hold nose down every day of the week, twice, bro. Every day of the week, 50 times on a Sunday, Keith. Listen, when it comes to college football, I'm 100% Florida State. I don't root for the SEC. I don't care about the SEC. I don't care if the SEC goes 0 for 30 in the bowl games. I don't give a damn. I only root for Florida State. Period. you can't leave. And what you mean, Gator hater? If not if we keep up, you can't leave. Yeah, see that's what I'm saying, bro. You graduated in '91. I was born in '88. You were at FSU before I even was born. Yeah, yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Like I think I'm an old head because let's face it, a lot of these FSU fans nowadays they became FSU fans after that championship in 2013/2014. That's when they became fans. I've been a fan since, bro. I remember my first time loving Florida State. Um, my step, I won't call him my stepfather, but my mother was dating a fella. He was watching the Florida Gators FSU game, and I'm watching the game with him. I don't know shit about football. I'm just watching the game. But the one thing that made me pick Florida State over the Gators was that motherfucking war chant. Matter of fact, let me play that. I will play the war chant, but I don't know what the fuck my phone at. That war chant. The war chant. That's when I became a Florida State fan. I was probably 6 then. I've been a Florida State fan ever since. So yeah, you've been you've been at the school before I was even born. Hey, salute to you, bro. I really fucks with you, bro. I'm glad that you are a supporter of mine. Again, I don't call y'all fans because I'm nobody to be a fan of. The fact that you support me, Polk County knows I support y'all back, man. I really appreciate that. Uh, that's crazy, though. You was able to say I was a FSU before you was born. Hey, but ever since I've discovered that war chant, I've been a fan ever since, and I'll never change. The war chant got me hooked, and ever since then, I ain't never switched out. I don't give it. The crazy thing is, if you Pop Warner football, I play for the Lakeland Gators. We were sorry, but I played for Lakeland Gators, and even then, I was chopping it up, and I'll forever chop it up, bro. Appreciate that support, though. I really do. Where's my phone? I support any and all those. Yeah, same with me. And whether you whether you went. Hey, come here. Come here. Whether you went, I didn't go to the school. Whether you went to the school or not, I support you. I really do. Matter of fact, if you went to the school, I support you more because you went to the school, you contributed to the school. I support it. War chant guys, boy, this. I'm a war chant guy. Are you talking about the website? Yeah, the website. I agree. War chant website is trash. It used to be good, but they are trash. Hold on. My son is acting like a fool. Come here, boy. But yeah, war chant guys bore me to death. But as far as I chose the school because of war chant. Again, my stepfather. Again, I don't want to call him my stepfather, but the nigga my mother was dating at the time was watching the FSU and the Gator game, and I'm watching the game with him again. I don't know nothing about football, but I hear that and I was an FSU fan, and I was probably 5 or 6 at that time. Been FSU fan ever since. But yeah, I agree with you though. If you're talking about War Chant, the website, yeah, the only person on that website that I respect is Michael Langston. He's pretty on point with his recruiting. If you watched him for a time, he's pretty on point. Um, That's a carpool. Been handling the game so long, my thumbs bruised. Y'all excuse my son if he's making extra noise. Not the chant, the website. What branch you serve? Bro, I serve. I'm in the army. Right now, I'm in the army. Um, I am sar- sergeant in the army. Uh, you say you served in the Navy. You know we got a lot of jokes about the Navy, but I ain't gonna hit you with that, Keith Blair. But no, I'm in the army. Yeah, I served in the army. I've been in the army for 10 years now. 10, 10 strong years. But at this point, the military as a whole, not even just the army, but the military as a whole has changed so much. I'm about done with it, and I got two like I got my son. Hey, 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 hey! He having a fit. I got my son, but I also got a daughter who's older than him. But yeah, I'm in the army. Info is solid, but the way it's delivered is. What you mean, Gator Hater? Elaborate on that. Info was solid, but the way it's delivered is. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about a war chant? I'm curious. One thing about me, I'm not. Relax, hold on. I'm not above any type of criticism. If there's things that you guys think I can do better, please let me know. I'm a small channel, so I don't. But if you think I can do something better, let me know. We're talking about me or War Chant. Thank you both for your service. Hey man, hey, it ain't nothing to thank me for. Like, for real talk, don't thank me. I've been to Iraq and stuff, but don't thank me. I'm doing it. I'm just trying to do my best for me and my family and what have you. Thank you though. I really hey, thank you, thank you. Uh, Let me give my son to my wife real quick. I'll be right back. Let me take a sip real quick. But he was on the majority of the video. You know this. I like it. All right, famo. I'm back. Look what we got. What we got. What we got. Hey man, Gator Hater, I really appreciate the. So, what am I too close to the mic? Let me know. Like, real talk. Let me know if I'm. Let me know. Am I too close to the mic? Am I too far away from the mic? Um, I don't take offense to any type of criticism. Um, I'm a young channel, bro. I ain't been doing this that long. You know, I'm happy to have 50 followers at the end of the day. I appreciate any kind of constructive criticism, bro. You say I'm close to the mic, it fades out on you. So I should bring the closer. I should bring the mic closer to me. I'll do that. I really appreciate that. Keep doing what you're doing. Polk County know I've seen your channel before and will continue to. Hey man, Keith. I don't know if that means you heading out. I know it's late, but I appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna keep. At the end of the day, Miami boy Keith, I appreciate you supporting me, bro. Again, I just do this for. I just like to put my opinion out there. I don't do this for a profit. I don't do this for a money grab. I just do it because I like to engage with people. Like I'm a die-hard FSU fan. I want to meet other die-hard FSU fans. And me being in Hawaii, you gotta think about it. Ain't no other. How many other diehards I'm gonna meet out here? You feel me? I do this because I just want to link the community, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate the support, man. Bitch, I go so hard. If that means you signing out, Keith Blair, man. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna try to do this another live stream. I don't do more live shows. Hey, I will. If that's what the people want, I would definitely do it, Gator Hater. I'll definitely do more live shows. Again, when I started out, I ain't had nobody. I ain't had no followers. So I was just doing videos, expressing my opinion. But if the live show thing is what y'all want to see, I will definitely do more live shows. I want to get to the point where y'all can call in and we can just chop it up. But I'll definitely do live shows. Looking forward to the future content. Have a good rest of the night. Go Knowles, bro. All day, every day. 10 toes down. Go Knowles, bro. I appreciate you, Keith. I see you next time, bro. Go Knowles. But yeah, Gator Hater, I'll definitely do more live. That's what the people want to see. One thing about me and this channel, and maybe I'm just saying that because I'm small, but I'm gonna do what again. I don't like to call y'all fans because y'all not fans. Y'all are supporters, and I like to do what the supporters. I like to do what the supporters see. If the supporters want me to come on the live stream, I'm coming on the live stream. If the supporters want to see me do normal videos where I record it and then upload it, I'll do that. Again, this is my first live stream ever, so it was just a test to see what it is. I know it's a little late, but that's because I'm in Miami. Hennessy, look how much I've drunk. Hennessy, you killing me. But that's because it's in my Hennessy. That's because it's in Hawaii, and I don't. We're like 5 or 6 hours behind you guys, so I know you guys are late. Go to bed, man. Have a good sleep. Good, man. Sleep well. It's crazy because it's only 9:30 here, so I can keep going. Like, but I feel like it's probably a good time to, you know, call it a wrap. Um, Easiest way to talk to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree, Gator Hater. It's the best way to interact, right? So live stream, you can talk. I can talk back, you know. But one thing about me, if you haven't noticed, and I've seen you before, Gator Hater, so I know you flux with me. If you comment, I almost 100% comment back. Even on my other videos where I don't do live streams, if you comment, I'm a engage with you because at the end of the day, that's really what I started doing this for. I didn't have nobody to really talk to as far as Florida State football goes. So I decided, you know what? Let me let me do the YouTube thing, find other Florida State fans, and we can converse back to back. And that's really what I do it for. If you got an opinion, let me know because at the end of the day, your opinion is the same as my opinion. Another one is more than the other. And with your old ass Gator hater, your opinion might trump mine. Yeah, it's 1:30. Yeah, I know. It's late in the excuse me. It's late in shit. It's late in the states. Yeah, I know. It's only 9:23 here. So, bitches. But yeah, man, I really appreciate the support. I don't. I'm not a big channel, but one thing about me, I don't care if I have 5 subscribers or 25 subscribers. Like, I just want to talk to my people that if what I say interests you, man, hit me up and we can talk. I just like to converse. I really do. Not many FSU fans in Hawaii. Nah, I don't think, I've seen a few. I've seen a few. I've seen a few, bro. But you're right. It's not a many. It's not many of us here. We just I'm on an island, literally, and I'm just here like rocking it out. You get there. Yeah, I'm just here, bro. I'm just here chilling, talking to who I. You know what's crazy? You meet people from Florida, and they be like, "Yeah, I'm a Florida State fan," but they're not really like my level of fandom and their level of fandom is on two completely different levels. Like I know who a Marvin Jones is. I like everybody knows who Derek Brooks is, but I know who Marvin Jones. I know who Peter Boulware is. I know certain guy, Lavernius Coles, uh, uh, D- Danny Cannell, Chris Ricks. Like I know certain guys that people that claim they're from Florida, and like a lot of people became Florida State fans after that national championship in 2013/2014. The fact is, I know I've been fucking with Florida State before then. There's a lot of guys that, oh, I'm a Florida State fan, but they don't know half of the people I know. Um, they, no, they're not tourists. They're fellow military Gator haters. They're not tourists. They're fellow. They're like me. They're service members. But you got to remember, like I'm on a different level, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. But one of the reasons I started this channel, I'm on a different level when it comes to this Florida State stuff. I've been following Florida State for a long time. Again, if you've been watching this particular live stream for a while, um, I only my favorite team is Florida State. Period. I just recently became a Bucks fan. I've been a Knicks fan for a long time. But talking football wise, FSU or it's FSU to the death of me, right? A lot of these guys just became Florida State fans after the national championship. They don't know half of the guys I know. But I'm gonna call it quits. I'm going on I'm on 2 hours and 30 minutes, bro. I really appreciate the guys that came through, gave me the likes, and gave my channel a thumbs up, man. I really appreciate y'all. I'm thinking about doing a live stream tomorrow morning. Probably at this point 100%. I'm gonna do a live stream 100% tomorrow morning. We're gonna talk about national championship, and I will go over this week's FSU's news and notes. Man, I really appreciate y'all for coming through, fucking with your boy. Um, y'all don't really realize how much y'all made me happy. I didn't really expect to get that many viewers. The fact that I got a Knicks fan, ooh, bro, I gotta admit, Gator hater, hey, you my dog, you my number one fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like one thing about me, I don't good or bad, bro, I'm ride or die. Oh, you'll never see me switch out. I'm ride or die, and I'm a Knicks fan, and we suck. Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm gonna close it out tomorrow about 11. That's Hawaii time, so I think that's about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Not in the morning, in the afternoon. 1 or 2 o'clock, you Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna do another live stream, and that's where I'm gonna go over the FSU news and notes. I didn't want to do that this stream. Again, this was a kind of a trial and error. I want to see how it went. Knicks fans, ooh, you admit? Oh, I already read that. Yeah, but yeah, man, keep it up, young Noel. Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you, Gator hater. I'm a Gator hater too, bro. There's nothing about that program, that school, that university that I like. They can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. Yes, sir. I'm a Gator hater to the end of the day. Use the old head. Use the OG. The Gator hater, man. I appreciate you. Keith Blair, I appreciate you. Bobby, I appreciate you. Anybody that tuned in tonight, I appreciate you. I'm gonna call it a wrap coming up here shortly. But again, tomorrow morning I'll try to do a. We're gonna talk about national championship. We're gonna talk about obviously the FSU news and notes, and yeah, man, good stuff going on here at the Polk County Knoll Sports Entertainment. I talk boxing. I talk everything. I talk everything. Let me know, man. Let me know. Y'all have a good night, or my guys on the East Coast, y'all have a good morning. It's Polk County Knoll here. Polk County Knoll here. Signing off from Hawaii. I'm on that hen dog. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Oh shit. Yeah. Gator Hater. I am on Twitter. Follow me. I don't really talk. Follow me. Um, I follow all the FSU guys on Twitter. But yeah, man, follow me. Um, Follow me at Adrian. So that's my name, Adrian Lowe, 863. That's that Polk County. Um, yeah, follow me at 863, Adrian Lowe 863. And yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I engage with people every now and then. Um, I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter, but yeah, follow me, bro. Man, Gator Hater, you are my guy. I love you. Yeah, Polk County, no. Follow me, Adrian Lowe, 863. If you want to email me for anything, I don't know. Like, I have a vision. One of my visions is getting the other FSU. So I know Turnt Tally does his thing, and there's other guys that do their thing. Hey, let's get on one stream. Let's talk Florida State football. Email me, bro, at the Polk County Knoll at gmail.com. I will. My name is the same. Okay, yeah, no doubt, bro. Hey, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. That's one thing about me. But I'm gonna call it a wrap. It's 9:30 here in Hawaii, raining like a motherfucker, and I'm halfway drunk. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I will be back tomorrow morning, where we will go over the FSU news and notes. A salute to the Florida State fans, Florida State alum, Florida. Just if you support the Noles, I'm with you. Um, hey, Gator Hater, I appreciate you for sticking with me to the end of the live stream. It was a good live stream. Like for my first live stream, thought it did good. I'm going on 2 minutes, 2 hours, 30 minutes. Hey, I'm out, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Well, I will be back. Hey, ain't got no job, but I stay shine. Kudos. Yeah, shout out. Go Knowles, baby. War chant all day, every day. I got a little liquor in me. Hey, love y'all, man.